What is going on, Airsofters? I'm Diles46 with Intrigue Airsoft, and you're tuned into a very merry Christmas special edition version of Diles46 Straight Talk. I apologize, I haven't followed up with my last, what was it, episode 6. I haven't got a chance to sit down and do Straight Talk in a while, but it's been heavy on my mind, so here it is, I'm doing it. I know some of these questions are old, but we're going to get them knocked out, man. Also, this being our Christmas special, if you guys are in Kansas City or you plan on coming to Intrigue Airsoft, this week's going to be a good time. We're doing our 4 days of Christmas, not 12 days, 4 days. We're open Thursday, the 18th through Sunday, the 21st. So 18th, 19th, 20th, and 21st. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, we're giving away prizes. You'll be assigned a ticket when you sign in to come play, and we'll be doing just random drawings and giving away some prizes. We're giving away some bottles of BBs, some gift certificates for the pro shop, some Elite Force kill rags for sure, and the big one's going to be a Elite Force 1911 TAC CO2 blowback. So make sure you guys are there for that. It's going to be a good time. Anyways, like I've tried to do in the past, I'm going to just jump right into these things and kind of do a speed round version of all this. And I'm just seeing a couple of these questions for the first time, so bear with me. I'll be able to knock out 2 birds with 1 stone here. Mike DeMann asks, what brand would you recommend? And then right below him, Edgar Romero comes in with, what starter guns do you recommend and how much money should I invest in protection ammo, etc., blah, blah, blah. Yeah, so I'm going to knock them both out, man. I think if you're just getting into the sport, a great starter gun, you know, obviously you want to go M4, magazines, extra magazines are going to be cheap for them, parts, accessories are going to be cheap for them. I would go either the G&G route, the Combat Raider route, the Elite Force Competition, M4 CQB and CQC series that just came out is phenomenal. For the price, you get a metal rail system as opposed to the G&G that just has that polymer rail system on it. JG makes a halfway decent M4. There is some quality control issues with JG more so than G&G and Elite Force, but when you do get a good JG for the price, it's worth it for sure. The second part of the question is, how much money should you plan on investing in protection? Don't cheap out on your goggles. You know, here's a couple of the essentials in my opinion. Good battery, good goggles, man. If you don't have a good battery, you're not going to have fun. If you don't have good goggles, you're not going to have fun. If your battery's dying and shitting out on you, doesn't matter how good of a gun you got, you're not shooting, right, if you got an AG. And with the goggles, if they're fogging up on you or if they're just crap, you know, scratched to hell or whatever, you're not going to be able to see, you're not having fun, so you're not playing, man. You're not getting the full experience. You're cutting your legs off. So make sure you get something with thermal lens on your goggles. Valken's got a really good line of goggles, anywhere from around the $30 mark. It's got that dual thermal lens, so that's going to help cut back on the fog. And then, you know, you're probably going to want something for your face as well. I'd always recommend the metal mesh lower for sure. It's easy to take off if you don't want to wear it or put it on when you do need it. And a good battery, like I said, man, make sure you get a good name brand, you know, something that's going to last you. The battery that's going to come out of the box with your gun, if you do get a freebie, it's not going to last you. They're crap batteries, replace it, it's just going to make you mad. Alright, mother of God. Ʇᴜ46, I'm looking to start Airsoft, but I don't know if metal BBs are allowed in the indoor arenas. I have gas, electric, and CO2 guns. Help. Yeah, metal BBs aren't allowed in any organized type of airsofting. As a matter of fact, if you have metal 6mm BBs, do not even think about using those to shoot at other players. That's ridiculous. Airsoft is designated for plastic 6mm BBs, so make sure they are plastic, okay? No shooting metals, and furthermore, even if you do get your hand on some metal BBs and you see what they're all about, they're going to damage your gun. They're probably going to be pretty heavy. You're going to end up breaking your nozzle or something like that anyway. So, yeah, stay away from the metal BBs, stay away from the glass BBs. There's some real shady stuff out there. Plastic BBs only, guys. 6mm, that's what we're talking about. 6mm plastic BBs. Excuse me if I'm pronouncing it wrong, Joe. Joe Lober or Joe Lauber. There's really one reason why I don't play at CQB places, and I don't know if y'all do, but full seal and lower face protection. I have a MARSOC kit, and full seal goggles and lower face protection go very well. And my glasses are almost full seal. They are ESS crossbows, much like the Oakley M frames, and they work perfect for me. But I hate full seal goggles and lower face pro. Yeah, I get it, man. I've been there too, you know, but if you're exclusively playing CQB or you just happen to be, you know, whatever, testing the waters playing CQB that day or that weekend, whatever, do yourself a favor. Most fields are going to require full seal anyhow. I know it sucks, man. They don't breathe good. You might get a little bit of fog going on. But you know what? Eyeballs are cool, man. And you know what else is really cool? Teeth. I know it sucks, dude, and I know especially when you spend that money on your loadout, especially doing something like a MARSOC loadout, I know you kind of don't want to kill the vibe, man, kill the flow with, you know, metal mesh mask and goggles, but better safe than sorry is where I'm at on that, bro. Yeah, question, and then he stops himself. Well, it's really more of an idea, but would you find it safe to wear a football mouthguard or something like that, like it, as well as a balaclava in intrigue? You know, before, when I used to play outdoors, before there was a lot of indoor options here in Kansas City, me and the crew I used to run with, we all used to wear mouth guards, man. And it worked. You know, you can still breathe through it, you can still drink water, whatever you got to do. People can't understand you that well, but it does protect your teeth, man, because even outdoor games, you'll see some teeth get knocked out. For indoor type stuff, though, what it comes down to is insurance type stuff, and basically insurance doesn't want to see skin showing down here. Definitely protecting your teeth is priority, but the rules say, you know, for most indoor places, you really want to have that skin protected on your face. Not only that, dude, but you don't want to come looking like a freaking meth head with a bunch of pock marks on your cheeks and around your lips and stuff. And some indoor fields even go as far as to requiring ear cover as well. So, I mean, we're kind of in the middle. We do require you to cover your face, and yeah, so as far as having adequate face cover for intrigue, yeah, you're going to have something that covers the skin for sure. Hard cover. It's always good. Keaton Rex, my man. What are your opinions on paintball mask versus a system with goggles? He's talking about helmet and mesh mask. I've been running a helmet setup for a while, and I find it cumbersome and uncomfortable. However, running a paintball mask is not as tactic cool. Yeah, paintball mask is very convenient compared to goggles, helmet, and mesh. However, one thing about paintball masks is you're not going to be able to wear a helmet with it for the most part. I have seen some like the dye low profile ones, but it is kind of tricky to get a helmet with the mask on and still be comfortable. So yeah, benefits of the paintball mask: if you spend the extra money, you can get a good one, thermal lens on it. But I mean, you can do that with goggles too. So that's not necessarily a plus. I say the only plus is that it's all put together, it's all there, and boom, ready to rock and roll. The downside is that it's hard to get a cheek weld with, you know, to look down your sights with the paintball mask. So, and it can be kind of hit or miss too with the mesh mask as well. I've tried to run a paintball mask before. I didn't really care for it, so I do run the helmet, goggles, and lower mesh system. You know, there are some nice mods that make things convenient for you. You know, if you get some bungee, if you got a helmet with the arc rails on it and you got the headlock system, a really nice easy option is to plug in your lower mesh mask straps into that headlock system, so you can unplug it, it's hanging there, when you need it, plug it back in. So that's always a really good option. It kind of, you know, consolidates everything real nice for you. So yeah, it sucks either way. Let's see here, ꜱᴜ𝚎23. I finally got my Elite Force M4 CQB today. I have two 190 round mid caps. He's talking about magazines, and it came with two 300 round high cap magazines. I'm normally conservative with ammo, but in an outside game that could last all day with 5 to 6 people on the other team. Do you think I'd be okay on ammo? I'm normally conservative with my ammo, but in an outside game that could last all day with 5 to 6 people on the other team. Okay, I had to read that one a couple times. So hypothetically, outdoor game, you know, it's going to depend on the nature of the game as well. You know, is it unlimited respawns? Is it limited lives? Or is there a timer on the scenario or the game or whatever? That's going to play a big factor into it. More so probably than how many enemy players on the other team. So two 300 rounds and two 190 rounds. So you're roughly looking at 6, 7, 8, 9. You're looking at 980. Is that right? 980 rounds. That should do you just fine, man. Again, you know, if you say you're conservative on the trigger, I think you'll be just fine. Worst case scenario, if you know, you think you're going to go through more, just carry some loose BBs on your person, put them in a bag or something so they don't rattle around. You don't want a half bottle out there on the field shaking around. Bottle's a great option to have those BBs to dump them in quick, but not on the field, man. It's going to give you away. So carry a bag, roll that bag down, put it inside a pouch. You got those two high caps, so worst case scenario, you run out of ammo, man. Just open up a high cap, dump the BBs in, boom, back in it. What do you recommend for defogging goggles? I have the Revision Desert Locust with RX inserts, but when I'm playing, mostly CQB, they fog up more than anything else. What product do you recommend to defog my goggles? Guys, I've tried it all as far as defog sprays, defog wipes, all the brands out there, dude. Even the home remedies from, you know, spit to Dawn dish soap to, you know, whatever else people recommend. Vinegar. That's a weird one, right? But it's true. Or bar soap. Rub some bar soap on there and rub it in dry. I've tried it all. If you're a heavy fogger like I am, if you're a bigger dude, or if you're just geared up or whatever, or if you're playing a lot of CQB where you don't get a lot of breeze going, odds are, unless you have a fan system in your goggle, you're probably going to fog up. And that even goes somewhat towards thermal lens. I've been known to start fogging up some thermal lens too. Like I said, I'm a real heavy fogger, so it depends on how heavy of a fogger you are, but I think the ultimate fix to fighting that fog is a really good goggle fan system. There's some really low profile fan mounting systems out there that run off a 9-volt battery that you can attach to your goggle strap. Little fans will go right on the air intakes of your goggles, so look those up, man. I say that's the sure win on that, man. Why the heck can't fields have the same rules for grenades as Intrigue and the Mech? It's frustrating as all heck being forced to buy tornadoes for specific fields. I mean, how hard is it for these guys to enforce an area of effect AoE rule for grenades such as Thunderbees? I know at Intrigue, we're a smaller field, so we do a 5-foot kill radius or a room kill. So if you happen to be in a 4-walled room, if Thunderbee goes in there, boom, you're dead. Or if it lands on the ground, open ground, and you're not behind a hardcover, we use a 5-foot kill radius rule. And then he goes on to say, makes getting Thunderbees 100% useless. They aren't meant to be distraction devices. Anyone that uses them as such is a fail. You know, yeah, so the cool thing about Thunderbees is they're loud and they're cheap and they're pretty easily available. Tornadoes are cool too. They're a little bit expensive to get into, and they're a little high maintenance to keep them operating as well. You gotta make sure you keep them clean, keep them, you know, lubed up, so the sills don't start leaking on you. But Ʇᴜ밝ᴇ says, anybody that uses them as a distraction device is a fail. I mean, that's what they're supposed to be mimicking. Obviously, that's 120 decibels. They're pretty scary. I mean, if you ever had one go off next to you, it is pretty loud and it can be distracting. But it's nothing like, it's nothing like a real Thunderbee where it's going to like knock the wind out of you and you can't see nothing for a minute. You know what I mean? You know, knocks out your vision and knocks the wind out of you type thing. So I'm with you on that one, ꞉ᴜ밝ᴇ. I'm all about the enforcing an AoE, an area of effect on Thunderbees. It is a lot more cool, man, for sure, and it does make a lot more sense in Airsoft terms. Unfortunately, this is Airsoft, and we do have limitations with our guns and devices, and so it doesn't always work out to replicate the real thing as much as we'd hope it would. But yeah, so there you go, man. That's going to wrap it up, guys. Again, thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe, like, share the video if you want, and also check out IntrigueAirsoft.com. We just got our online store kicked off, so if you guys want to check that out, feel free to stop on by, swing on by. If you have any questions, make sure you drop us a line. If you see something that you'd like to get from us and we don't have in stock, we'll do our best to get it for you for sure. All right, guys. Until next time.